Swing and a drive, left field, get up, oh, get out of here, and gone!
Welcome back to the Flight Deck Podcast. Connor, I'm going to give you 30 seconds or less. You can talk about the worst Super Bowl of all time.
Fucking fly, Eagles fly. Fucking Cooper DeJean. Get fucked. Travis Kelce. Get fucked Mahomes. Get fucked Taylor Swift. Jalen Hurts, the most disrespected quarterback in the goddamn NFL.
Okay.
We need Saquon to win the game.
Okay.
No. We just need the best defensive line in NFL history.
Yeah. Like,
Bam.
I know Hurts won MVP, but like,
that should have been the D-line.
Yeah, like if you could give it to a defense as a whole, you'd give it to it the Eagles defense.
Yeah.
But like, Hurts was great. I'm not gonna take that away from him. That was the worst Super Bowl I've ever watched.
I was so bored.
Respectfully.
I also like
awful.
You guys are more football fans than me. I'm not really. I pay attention a little bit, but like, I just hate Tom Brady, so I wanted Mahomes, like, just to keep putting notches in that belt. But
I hate Mahomes way more.
I didn't
than
need
Brady,
Kermit
so.
the Frog saying our team doubted us again.
No, that's just it. Is I didn't want to hear the whole we were underdogs again type bullshit.
We were underdogs.
So like I'm not disappointed that the Eagles won. I am disappointed that at one point it was 40-0.
That was brutal. Like, how do they?
So
I don't know.
bad.
We don't need to get too far off the rails here, but I don't know how you come back from that next year. Like, they
I have
need
no idea.
a lot of work by the looks of it.
Yeah. They weren't good this year, like realistically. We're not a football podcast. We're not going to get into it, but they weren't good this year. Kendrick's performance was, I think it was a good Kendrick concert. I don't think it was a good Super Bowl.
Terrible.
I don't think it was a good halftime show.
I'm not a Kendrick fan. The sound quality sounded awful.
Yeah, it wasn't fantastic.
I might know like one or two songs of his if you played them for me, but like I think his voice sounded good, like he's got a nice voice, but it wasn't for me, and I didn't think it was a good halftime show.
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't find it as entertaining as some in the past. Not playing Mad City is crazy to me, Connor. I don't know if you're on the same page, but I thought that's wild.
Someone put it out there that like, do you remember he had that like pop out show?
Yeah.
That was, if you just look at the set list of that was a Super Bowl set list.
Yeah.
Like
know,
that was all the hits there.
Yeah. I don't know. It was I get that like their messaging there was huge and I get it.
Say Drake.
Cool. Yeah. Here's the thing. Okay. I don't want to go on too long, but like here's the thing with that. You're in the biggest stage you're ever gonna be in your life, and it's still all about Drake. The thing with Serena Williams is insane to me.
But here's the
she's moved on, married, and has kids, and she's still out there dancing to this song.
But here's the thing: when Drake was shooting shots at every which direction, talking about Serena Williams for some reason, and
I didn't even realize who that was.
And Serena Williams' ex or Serena Williams' current like husband for some reason.
Sure.
It's he's trolling. But what Kendrick decided to put on the ultimate troll fest for 30 seconds of his life.
Yeah, he had to play the song. He had to play it.
And someone I follow on Twitter who literally said he turned it off. You know who you are. You're just mad because it's Drake.
I admittedly like Drake more than Kendrick as an artist. He's probably not a great person. I'm not going to say that, but I just thought like in the biggest moment of your life, you're very clearly making this part about Drake. I'm like, did you have to? Like, you had to play it. I get it. It's the fucking, it won you a Grammy, but like,
we still got another year of this shit because he's coming to Toronto in like a couple months.
Can I just say, I think Drake would have been a better halftime show.
Me too. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like, I know Kendrick's winning the beef between the two, but Drake
I don't even understand.
Way more of a popular artist.
He just has like, I feel like, do the masses know a bunch of Kendrick Lamar songs?
I don't think so.
I think that's kind of the issue. And Drake was like, when Drake was like, came onto the scene, he was like, crossed like multi-genre, like he was exactly top of every chart.
Exactly. I think that's the one thing Kendrick hasn't. Kendrick is in the rap community much better, significantly better than Drake.
Here's the biggest problem with all that. Regardless of your stance on if Kendrick is better than Drake, nobody likes Drake
as a person.
Nobody in the industry likes Drake.
Doesn't
But
matter.
I don't think
It's
the
not about the
industry
industry here.
matters
No,
for the
exactly.
halftime
That's
show.
why he doesn't
For the
get the
halftime
spot.
show,
It does when the person that is like heavily responsible for having put this stuff
Jay-Z.
together is Jay-Z.
Yeah. And I get it.
Like,
It makes
doesn't
sense,
like
and
Drake?
I know why it's not Drake. But in terms of a halftime show, I think Drake is the
it would have
better
made more
option than
sense.
Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because
I'm not saying they should
he
have done
blends
it. Like
over into
they could have done so many other people that I think would have been better.
yeah.
Like, and I'm a country fan through and through.
Mhm.
Like, I'm not saying you put in a country artist either. Like,
No,
unless you're going like a Morgan Wallen who
Mhm.
everyone knows.
sure.
But like that's the type of performance I think you want is like a bunch of songs people can like sing along to. I could fucking understand what he was saying.
No, yeah. It like I don't know. It just wasn't great. I didn't love it. Yeah, whatever. Football happened. That was that. Congrats, Connor. I guess I didn't really say that at any point. I wish I could find success in one of my teams. That's got to be fun for sure.
I've seen 2 Super Bowl championships in my life. I'll take it.
I placed like 45 bets and I won none of them. So that's how my day went. It was great. Love
I
football.
was this close to making a bunch of Eagles biased bets, but I didn't.
Should have. You should have.
I should have, but like I don't like betting on my team.
Super Bowls are too hard to bet on too. It's all fucking
Yeah.
all up in the air.
Trust
I'm
me,
never doing that again at least until next year.
I didn't see 40-6 happening.
No,
Like,
joke.
Well, from happy
Baseball.
to potentially sad.
Baseball. I want to start with something because apparently there's lots of reports on it. I don't know who was the first or who was the most popular, but Alex Bregman's narrowed it down to 3 teams.
He's
And
also
we are
considering
not one of them.
shorter term deals.
Mm-hmm. We are not one of those 3 teams. So that's the best
I
news
saw
of the day.
that report and I saw one just before that said it included us in the Astros in it, so I don't know. Honestly, like we can get to it in a minute, but Pete's
Mhm.
off the board now.
Yeah.
Honestly, if he's considering a shorter term deal, I don't hate it as much. Like if you could get
Okay.
him for like 3 with an opt out after the first year or 2 with an opt out after the first year and you give him 35, you know what? That makes our team better this year. Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't love him as a player. I don't think he's all he's cracked up to be, and I don't want to give him the 6 year deal because I don't see it aging well. But if you're getting him for 1 year with an opt out, which is essentially what a 2 or 3 year deal with that opt out would be, I think that puts you in a good spot.
It's just like
I
it's another
You're-
Boris trying to outthink everybody, and it's not working.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's fine. That's well documented at this point. He's got his big guys paid, and that's about it. But
I'm on board with your line of thinking there. Like if it's a 1 year deal, fine. Like or like a 3 year deal with the opt outs or whatever. Like that
yeah,
makes sense for a guy like Bregman. But I'm also at the point now where it's just like, is Will Wagner a worse option than Alex Bregman if he hits his ceiling?
you still have a spot. Even if you sign
Mhm.
Alex Bregman,
Mhm.
you still have DH or corner outfield.
Mhm.
yeah. Which
And they're
Boris
saying
Conte is not.
Santander is going to play left field.
Okay.
I saw that today.
So
So
George
you
and
probably
Wright.
have DH.
George Wright.
Like
yeah.
you could DH Wagner.
Mhm.
I'm sure Wagner can play first. Give Vladdy some days off. Give Jimenez. He probably doesn't need days off. Let Bo DH and Jimenez at short. Like there's ways you can make that work where Wagner just kind of slides around a little bit. DHs most of the time.
Yeah.
But like right now,
Yeah. I just
for me, going into spring training, if they
Mhm.
don't make another move, I want to see a Relvis and Wagner almost every day because those are my 2 guys.
For sure. For sure. I'm just like looking, obviously the sample size is not really relevant enough for Wagner. He only played 24 games, but he hit 305. He had a 337 on base, 451 slug, 788 OPS. In comparison to Bregman hit 260 with a 315 and a 453, good for a 768. Like the rate stats are super comparable, and like I don't know if there's enough of an upgrade. If it's not this 3 year deal with opt-outs and all that, I don't see the point. Like
I don't think you're doing like I think that's kind of off the table, the 6 year
Mhm.
deal thing or whatever. So I think a
Mhm.
3, like I said, you still have realistically, it's probably going to be the DH spot because it makes way more sense to play Santander in the outfield
Yeah.
unless Loperfido like comes out mashing in this first bit. But
Mhm.
he's probably starting in center field, right? Because Barshow's down.
I didn't say his name first.
I would
No, but like that's the
I would
one that makes
imagine
sense. Versus like you run an Ernie Wagner
Lucas.
platoon at third. and Relvis can get in there DH time, whatever. But like right now, my lineup opening day would be George and Wright, uh, Loperfido or Lucas in center, depending on what spring looks like. I
Mhm.
think it's Loperfido's job to lose.
Yeah.
Santander in left, and then doing Ernie Wagner platoon at third, Bo Jimenez, Vlad, DH or Elvis, Kirk's obviously catching.
Yeah. No, I'm with it. I'm very much out on anything that's like that 6 year deal that was on the table. I'm very glad that they
Yeah,
didn't take that.
yeah. Well, I think we're all on the same page there.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
like a 1 year deal, he also is a significantly better defender, I believe, than anyone we have right
He
now.
is.
I think Ernie had some good numbers, but like I think Bregman's kind of been in the Gold Glove conversation multiple times. Like
Yeah,
he hasn't
and
won one.
Wagner straight up not a third baseman, so it kind of helps.
He's got a full spring, and you hope he's looked at this roster and said, "Hey, we got a
I
second
can figure
baseman.
this
I
out.
need to be able to play third."
For sure. I just looking at Bregman's numbers, like outside of 2019, where you kind of just throw that out the window because obvious reasons, like he
That
doesn't
was 17.
wow me. No,
17.
no, no. I mean 19 with the juice
Oh,
balls
juice
and
balls.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah. Like it just doesn't blow me away every single year. You know what I mean? Like
No,
he's
but
good.
It's consistent.
okay.
Yeah.
But think of it this way. We have our top four in the lineup
Hmm.
pretty well sorted out, whether it's George or Wagner, whoever's hitting lead off. But like Santander, Vlad, and Bo are probably two through four. Who would you
Hmm.
feel more comfortable with hitting five stick? Bregman or Wagner going into the year?
That's kind of I don't know. Like I genuinely like it sounds stupid because I don't think I know what Will Net Wagner's going to be. If
I
Will
don't either.
Wagner is
Like
what we saw, I'd take Wagner probably every day of the week.
I'm a huge Will Wagner fan. Like,
Hmm.
Yes,
agreed. If he's what we saw, he's better than Bregman.
Hmm.
But I
especially in the
The
think
left.
odds of that are I don't think very high.
I don't think that's very high. I think he's closer to like a Bregman with probably less pop,
Sure.
like maybe 15 to 20 home runs, and he's like probably a 270
Yeah.
hitter. And you take
Hmm.
that, he's probably a low sevens OPS.
Hmm.
But I think you get that certainty with Bregman. You know you're getting that. I would feel more comfortable sliding him into your five hole opening day, knowing, hey, we've got a middle of the order bat now for the rest of the year.
Hmm.
You hope Will Wagner's that. And if he is that, it's great. But on the off chance he isn't, then you're pushing Kirk up there. You're potentially pushing a Relvis up there if he's good.
Hmm.
Varsho,
Jimenez, yeah.
Loperfido, like all these guys, you're just asking more from them.
Yeah.
And like if Wagner's good, there's like I said, there's still your DH.
Sure.
He could still easily slide up there. And it just makes your lineup longer.
I think obviously this year aside, like looking forward, I think you have more roster flexibility if you're only like if you're replacing the Bregman production with Wagner and Relvis. I think you can do more with your roster going forward than you would be with a like if you're handcuffed to whatever Bregman's gonna get, even at 3 years.
Again, that's yes. Okay, at three
Yeah.
years, at 1 year, I don't think it makes any difference.
No, for sure.
If it is 3 years, you're banking on him having a good year and he opts out.
Also.
I think the toughest part is like you got Bo walking away next year, more than
Hmm.
likely.
Hmm.
So I think that means I think it probably means Andres Gimenez going to is that the right one?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, going to short. I think that's probably what that means. I had to think for a
Well, it's
second.
one of the Jimenez's, I would imagine. It's either Andres or
Jimenez.
Leo.
Is that his first name?
Andres, yeah.
But I think it probably ends up with him at short, and I don't know if there's a clear path for someone at third base right now. Like I don't a clear cut guy
No, but I think someone can win it in spring.
for sure, 100%. It could be Barger, like it
Sure.
could be Clement,
Yep.
like
Could be Leo,
there's
realistically. Like,
plenty
if
of
we're being
options.
honest,
I don't
like
think so
watching what I mean, no, I don't think so either. But like watching what Leo did with the bat down the stretch last year, like, I don't think they're going to give him the chance. But if he has the chance, he can win it over. Like, he looked really good with the bat in the end of last year.
I think
Will
he'd
he? And
have
like,
to
he's the
do.
fifth option. Let's be real here. But like,
I think just age wise is why I'm saying this.
mm,
I think he could use a little more time in the minors and maybe
yeah,
come up partway through the year if you need, if he's
that's fair.
hitting.
Hmm.
I think he'd have to have an amazing spring training, and none of those other guys have a good
Yeah.
one at all.
No, that's kind of what I mean on the whole
That's
thing.
kind
Like,
of where it's at. Like if
he
one of
would
them,
legit have to win it.
if he hits 350 and another guy hits 270, I think the guy hitting 270 wins it over him.
You'd have
Like
to
he would really have
hit
to
the
win.
cover off the ball for an
Yeah.
entire month.
Yeah.
That's fair. I think I found the origin of us thinking, or you thinking, Jimenez is a shortstop. They were replaying the games from the WBC 2 years ago, and he played shortstop for Venezuela because they had Jose Altuve on second.
That makes sense.
So
I
like,
Never did come
swear
up as a
it
shortstop.
yeah, he in that trade to the Mets, he
It was
was
yeah,
two short.
like listed as like a second baseman shortstop.
Yeah, it was
okay,
basically two shortstops for Lindor.
And
Like,
I saw someone else talking about him potentially moving to third,
hmm
and somebody brought it up. Like, if you're at second base, you don't have to use your arm fully. Like, you don't
yeah,
have to rush the throw. So why are you
you're not gonna
throwing as
zip
hard?
one
Because you
to.
looked up like his rate or like where he was percentile was, and he wasn't
Yeah,
great. But I
yeah,
mean, you've got more time. You actually have to throw the ball. Like,
hmm
I think that could play into it a little bit too. Like, I'm sure he could play
yeah.
third.
It'd be interesting. He just watching I think it was the quarterfinal game against the States. He made like three beautiful plays in one inning, and then also had a just absolute dud of a throw over to Altuve to turn two. So
Yeah.
like, it'd be a different transition going to the other side of the diamond, but if he's good enough, I mean, he could do it at any point in time.
Again, like they picked him up what 2+ months ago now.
Mhm.
I think this front office is smart enough to what?
Jesus, it's been 2 months.
Crazy, eh?
We're in February, dude. We're in like the middle of February.
We are like
I'm aware.
That was like
pitchers
early
and
or
catchers
late
is
November, early December
We
at
have,
most.
yeah, it's just like, holy shit.
nuts,
Um,
eh?
yeah. But anyways, I was just saying, like, I think this front office is smart enough to be like, if we're planning to play him at third or give him a look at third in spring, be like, okay, we need you to take reps at third. This
Yeah.
is why, like, we would rather Wagner at two. We think you can make that transition smoother. I think they will have that conversation with all these guys. Like, they aren't coming
Mhm.
into spring training thinking they're all going to play second base.
Sure. You got 9 second basemen ready to play and no third
Yeah.
baseman.
Like,
Yeah, for sure.
they'll have had to have that conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um, anything of this Jays list outside of Kiermaier that anyone wants to talk about?
What is on the Jays list?
I don't know anything
Um,
that we've written down that I
Okay,
care
so
the
about.
Ross
first
Atkins,
one, yeah.
yeah, Ross Atkins basically just said any addition now would probably be through trade, which then I'm like,
Which is reasonable.
reasonable, but I'm like, then who?
I'm still all in on Ryan McMahon.
Hmm.
I am too, but it's Colorado, and Colorado's dumb.
Yeah, but what do they need him for?
You could,
He's getting older.
Sell
Like
tickets.
he's not helping you get a few prospects in return.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's just the Colorado logic doesn't really withstand that.
Honestly,
Like
though,
they're
who else is really out there? Arenado. I think
I
I'd rather
just
McMahon
don't
than
see him coming
Arenado.
here.
there's
Yeah.
there was like the weird like Robert Jr. thing that happened a while back, but that was with Cincinnati, and I'm like, you would have to give
I
a
don't
lot for
I
Robert.
think you're gonna make the move for Robert Jr.
No, you
I
have to give
saw
for
I
both
saw
of them.
somebody talk about it too. Like I think it was on Twitter that day. Like he is so talented.
He's just never fucking healthy.
He also like just doesn't seem like he gives a fuck sometimes. Maybe that's just
Mm.
because he's on the White Sox, but like that scares me a little bit.
There's just nothing to give a fuck about because you wake up
Wow.
and you're already 24 games below 500 and the season hasn't even started yet.
Yeah.
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 But like
Uh,
his one full healthy season, he was a dog
mhm.
who hit damn near 40 home runs. He had like almost 40 home runs and 80 RBI. That's how shit the White Sox are.
So tough.
Like,
I think you could maybe look to the Padres and Jake Cronenworth.
Yeah.
I don't
Did we talk
love.
about that just in the group chat or on?
No, it's
yeah,
just
on
in the
here?
group chat we talked about it.
Hey, look, it's kind of the same as McMahon. He's not making a ton of money.
No.
Like, same thing. They've had a third baseman there the whole time. He hasn't had a chance to play three. Like, I'm
Mhm.
sure he could slide over to three.
It's a long deal, is it not? Didn't he like just sign it, or am I
I
thinking
think
of?
it was like 5 or 6 years, around $10 million. I
Okay,
think that's
that's
very manageable for the production you could get from him.
just 7 year, 80 mil. So it's an average annual value of 11. I don't know when he signed it though. I think it was
It was
before
at
last year.
least before this year, and I think it was two
wait,
years
who are we
ago.
talking about? Sorry.
I think it was 2 years ago, Cronenworth.
Cronenworth. I think it was
I think
after.
it was 2 years ago.
It was after their playoff run, I'm pretty sure.
He's a free agent 2031.
Oh, so there's 6 years left.
Mm-hmm.
He's 31. Jesus.
I mean, you obviously take the end of that contract. It's going to suck, but you can
it's $10
also
million.
dump it. Yeah, it's not that much.
He's a guy who can hit a little bit. Like,
Yeah.
you hope his hit tool
And
doesn't
he's
go away.
versatile.
Yeah.
You can do multiple things there. Like maybe you get him to play third if it works. If not, you can try and throw Vlad over to 3 and have him play 1.
He's also versatile enough. I'm sure he could learn a corner outfield.
Yeah.
Like, guys that just give that vibe, like he gives me Whit Merrifield vibes almost.
Yeah,
Just
just
can
put
kind
him
of
in.
slide him wherever, and he's going to be fine. He's not going to be great. He's not going to kill you though.
No. Yeah. I think it's an interesting idea. Whether or not they're even in talks about it, I don't know. But it seems like the Padres are just desperate to clear money.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe. Now you might have to eat some other contract, like something stupid like the Bogarts one,
No, I don't think so.
but I doubt it.
I swear it was them. I think it was FT talked about it. They're trying to package one of their top prospects with Bogarts to move him.
Honestly, not.
Oh
no.
boy.
I was about to say we'll take it, but like,
What a tough time to be a Padres fan, man.
That's
Holy,
tough.
that's brutal.
Like other than that, like is it Jesus Sanchez for the Marlins? Everyone seems to be talking about him. Like, great pop, a lot of like
you could
That's it.
isolated batting numbers that I don't understand that look good, like exit velocity and all
Yeah.
that stuff. He's like way up there. Can't hit lefties at all.
You can maybe
At all.
try one of the Twins outfielders. Like,
I don't like the Twins outfielders, but yeah.
it's just
I don't like the Sanchez idea very much. Like he's strictly a
The
righty hitter.
the flip side of that is you probably want your fourth outfielder when the season starts to be Loperfido,
Mhm.
and he already can't platoon with Varsho, and then he can't platoon with Sanchez. Like
What do you do
it's a little tough.
now? Like you could do a Davis and Sanchez platoon if you can figure out how to get Davis to hit lefties better, but
Yeah.
it's not ideal. I just don't. I don't know. Depending on what you're
Or
moving
it's
to get
Lucas.
there.
Lucas is a righty, isn't he?
no, he's a lefty.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a lefty.
Jeez.
So I don't know. I don't see a move there, but it seems to be a name everybody's bringing up.
You just brought up a player that if I have to see for more than 30 games this year, we suck.
If Davis
Like,
plays this
Lucas or
year,
Davis?
Davis.
if Davis plays this year, it's good
Yeah,
because
I
that
think
means
so.
he won a spot and he's playing out of his mind. Because right now he's not going to play a game. But if he goes out and he hits like 15 homers in spring and he's tearing the cover off the ball and he's learning positions and this and that and he can do things, then he'll break camp with the team and he can stick.
I think the way this lineup is currently constructed, unless a lot of these guys show something in spring, I think he probably is on your team
Where?
because bench, like last guy on your bench, but we don't have any righty pop on the bench. And you're not bringing a Relvis up just to sit him on the bench. Like he's has to have a path towards consistent playing time, and you need some righty pop on the bench. I don't love it, but like who's the other option?
Okay.
Loperfido has pop, but he's probably starting, and he's a lefty.
I'm trying to do the math in my head. So like, okay, opening day, no, you don't have to agree with all of this, but Santander, Varsha, or Santander, Loperfido, Springer,
Yeah.
infield, Vlad, Jimenez, Bo, Elvis, Ernie,
I'd say Ernie right now. I think it's his
Probably
job to lose.
and then Kirk catching, and then
Mhm.
bench, you would say
Wagner.
I'm putting Wagner as your DH. You didn't say
Wagner
DH.
DH, and then what? There's 4 bench guys
Yeah,
beginning of the season. So a Relvis.
I'm saying no on that just because he's still young.
I think okay. I think like
It depends
Relvis
the
and Wagner
path
could
to playing time. Yeah,
play flip flop in that one. So
Bethencourt.
and then backup catcher, who that's 2, and then 2 more spots.
You kind of want an
another
outfielder,
outfielder,
right?
so it's going to be Lucas if
It's gonna be
Loperfido's
Lucas
starting
or
for you.
Clase.
It's going to be Lucas, I think.
Like,
But yeah,
and then
Barger
Barger
is the other one, but he's a lefty. And then your bench is like all lefties.
That Lucas Barger.
I don't know what Bethencourt
Lucas
is.
Barger,
I
Bethencourt,
don't know
Bethencourt's a
what
righty.
Okay.
And you've already counted a Elvis in that too, which could
Yeah,
easily be moved out for like,
and that still
I don't know.
doesn't take into account Dalton Varsho coming back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's I think
Partially just
that's
boots Lucas off the roster. It doesn't.
He just boots
yeah.
Lucas or Clase.
But I
So
I,
think that Davis is probably on that bench.
Davis may take a Relvis. I could see that being a thing.
if they can't get a Relvis, like I don't like he needs to play a majority of the time. Like if there's 7 games in a week, he needs to play at least 4.
Yeah.
Like
We're also talking about a guy that missed, was it 50 or 60 games last year because of the
Yep.
suspension?
Yeah.
but then he
We
came
don't
back and
really know where
he
he's
came
at.
back off the
No,
suspension,
exactly.
still hitting missiles.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think that there's a lot of questions there, but I think if he doesn't have a shot at a starting or like
Mhm.
strong side of the
Consistent
platoon
time.
split,
Yeah.
I don't think he's getting a roster spot. Just it doesn't make sense. What's he like 22, 23? Let him go down, get some
Still that young.
confidence, and then bring him up. He's what?
Is he still that young?
He just turned 23,
Yeah, I think so.
Damn.
which is insane.
Right? So
Yeah,
it's not
23 in
it's not
November.
like you need to push it. Like that's kind of where I'm at.
Yeah. I mean, just the way they're pushing their chips in right now, I think there's a lot of jobs to be won. And I think Relvis is going to be in that mix. I think Wagner's in that mix. I think Davis is probably going to put himself in that
Also,
mix.
Barger,
another
Ernie.
name we didn't
Barger,
mention,
Ernie,
Leo.
Leo. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck.
we talked. I was gonna bring him up. We talked about him a bit earlier, so I left it out.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
he's in that
another guy.
mix.
But it's another one.
Like
I think Leo can be a good bench guy. Again, you mentioned earlier, he's young and he's a guy you could probably send down to
I
get
think he's
consistent
about the
playing
same
time.
age, right?
he's
Like
about the
Yeah.
same age
I
as
would get him some consistent playing time, see if that back can still play this year in
because he was
AAA. And
great
if
defensively.
if Bo walks, he can slide right in, or you move him in as you make
Sure.
it work. You know what I mean?
Mhm. And I mean, like, if you're bad this year, which knock on wood, hopefully we're not, you have the boat ship to move at the deadline, and then you can have
Yep.
Leo to step in and fill, which makes sense.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Leo played 11 games after getting suspended. He's had an 882 OPS.
I mean, Relvis.
Relvis, that's what I meant. He played 11 games after the suspension, and he still had an 882 OPS. So, like,
Couple
I mean,
names floated this week that I saw. Mark Canna and Grandal.
okay.
I saw the Grandal one because he got significantly better when he didn't play every day.
Yeah, and I think he really crushed righties, I want to say, one side of his platoon because he's a switch.
Yeah, hold on, because it was
He was an
No play.
like decently above average hitter, I think. And he's statistically a good framer.
Mhm.
It
we could technically bring
Bethancourt's
back
the
the
other
Chris
one.
Black
Like
stat
it's
of the
fine.
week because it was Chris Black that said all this about Yasmani Grandal. So in the first half of the season when he played in 43 games, he had a 502 OPS. And then in the second half, he played 29 games and had a 987. Like
Great backup.
great backup.
Great backup.
Okay, in a tremendously small sample size, but if
Mhm.
you look at the OPS leaders in the second half of the season last year,
Mhm.
Yasmani Grandal was 9th.
Hmm.
It's a
Crazy.
ridiculously small sample size, but
I'm
Um,
in on a minor league deal.
so
I mean,
yeah,
that's what it
yeah,
would be.
I think that's what they are.
At
Like, I
this
think
point, it would
Canic
be.
you give a major league, but here's what
Yeah.
I saw for them. Grandal 102 WRC plus versus righties, and Canna's a 124 WRC plus versus lefties.
Hmm.
So yeah,
That plays in our
you're-
outfield with
All
like
the lefties we have.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think that plays, and you could find room for that. He's probably like a 1 year 5 kind of guy, and I think you live with that, and it pushes low profito probably to the minors, but
Mhm.
you can live with that.
Yeah. I would love to know what's going on in that front office, just like running through their heads right now, because there's so many different avenues you can go with this team right now, and I have no idea where they're leaning based on what they've done so far.
There is one thing that is going through their heads right now, and I think that's it.
Keep my job.
No,
Keep Vlad.
I think it's the Vlad extension.
You have 5
And
games, 6 games.
That's true.
I think it's made sense. Like they weren't gonna no one's gonna throw their best chip on the table in December, January. You're gonna drag this out. That's the way everything always ends up going. It's usually what you think, right? They can drag it out until one of them seems to crack a little more than the other, whatever. I think it gets done before the deadline, but I think that's all they're worried about right now. I mean, there's probably some interns or whatever looking at these other guys and dealing with that shit. But like, if it's me, I'm sitting down with Vlad and
Every
saying,
waking
"How do we
hour
get this
talking to
done?" Yeah.
lots of people. Yeah, I guess I didn't even think of that honestly. Hmm.
I think if you look at this team, they're a playoff team. They're probably like a third wild card, but I think in the way
They're
the
in the
AL is right
mix.
now,
I
yeah,
don't know
like
if I'd
if
go to.
if things break right, they're a playoff team. If things break wrong, they're could be last place in division again.
Yeah, yeah. I I don't know if I'd go so far to call them a playoff team now, but I think they can be a playoff team if.
I was meaning if everything goes like
Yeah,
well.
yeah. I think you need a lot of bounce back years from a few guys, and I think you need that bullpen to stay healthy, and
Yeah,
you need it to perform. And then I think you need to hope that this rotation doesn't age quickly
yeah,
because they're all kind of at that point where it's like, well, at any point now they could snap and be absolutely nothing.
yeah.
So we'll see. I I have excitement going into this year for the first time in a few years. Like I feel decent about it. I think the offense is good. I think the starting rotation should be
For
great.
the first time in a few years, you just mean the first time since 2023.
Like 2023 didn't really feel like
We
we
our
had
big
anything.
offseason ad was Brandon Belt.
Yeah.
Varsho.
Yeah, but that one hurt a little bit. Like it felt weird.
No,
Like
the Eric Swanson one hurt to me. The fucking
yeah, well,
the
that's
Dalton
what I
I
mean.
Varsho
don't
A
one.
think
little
we were
less
excited going
exciting.
into that year.
No, that's
We
what I
had them
mean. It's
winning
kind
the
of
division.
well, it doesn't mean
Yeah,
we were excited.
but just looking at the offseason, I don't think we
Yeah.
were excited
It didn't
about.
feel like we got better from the year before. It felt like we were the same, if anything.
And like the farther we get into this, the more I look at the Jimenez deal and the more I'm liking it and the more I'm okay with the money.
Yeah.
Horowitz is now hurt and gonna miss 6 to 8 weeks or so.
Oh, good.
So
Fleece
I'm
job.
liking that too because we need to get off to a hot start.
Yes.
Yeah, this excitement could go away very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we start against Baltimore, so that's
Yeah.
this could get very dicey very fast.
Yep. Yeah. Kevin Kiermaier's back.
Yeah,
Fun.
as the outfield whisperer.
I saw
Kind
somebody
of
say it, but like if he works with Class A, that could be amazing.
huge. Yeah. I think it's kind of neat that he came back to us as opposed to like trying to get it. Maybe he did, I don't know, but without knowing, like he didn't go back to
So
the Rays to work with them.
what all this is really telling me is
Mm.
Tampa sucks in comparison. Like,
He genuinely seemed to enjoy his time here, and I
Mhm.
think that's
For
a
a year and a
testament to the
half.
city.
like
Mhm.
as opposed to
Um,
what 8 years in Tampa, it feels like.
I think it was more than that. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. There's nothing wrong with this. Like you can't find
No.
an error in this move. Like he's one of
No.
the I'd argue the best outfielder I've seen in my lifetime. Just pure defensive wise.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Varsho's
yes.
kind of right there. He
Okay.
doesn't get a lot of the credit, and
Yeah.
he's not as fast,
Also,
so
No.
it doesn't look.
And electric.
It's not as
Some-
flashy, but
someone
like
Yeah.
that doesn't So also
Varsho's
someone that
just so
doesn't
smooth and does everything perfect.
also someone that doesn't get talked about because he plays where he plays. Brenton Doyle is fucking insane.
Yeah.
He's insane. Like
That Kiermaier peak, man, watching him on the Rays was just
fuck that.
unbelievable. to watch.
Kiermaier here, dude.
Was great here,
He
but he
has,
was like
like-
40 here when
you
he
can make
was
the argument.
in
He
his
has,
prime.
like, in a weird way, you could make the argument he has like 3 or 5 of the top 10 Blue Jays catches.
Oh yeah,
Like in his
that
and a
one
half
in
season.
the home opener like 2 years ago.
That was unreal.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah. All right, great move. I love it for us.
Yeah. Hey, Kevin Kiermaier, help Anthony Santander out for a week, and he becomes an average outfielder.
I don't think he's gonna fix
No.
that. I think it's too late. Just hit bombs, dude. That's all we
I'm
need
not
you
even
for.
worried about
Get on
that.
base, just
Nope.
up that OBP and
Just hit bombs. Nope.
Yeah.
Just hit bombs. I don't even care if you up the OBP.
I hope
Give
he
me
ups it
someone
a
that's gonna
little
hit
bit.
40 again.
Give me like a 320.
Sure.
I think he was sub 3 last year, wasn't he?
Just
No, I think
hit.
it was like 3. Wait, hold on.
I thought it was
Right
315.
around
but
3.
No, Anthony Santander has never had a high OBP. Yeah.
I
Just
think it was
hit
right around
40.
3.
I don't even care what the other numbers are. Just I want to yell 40 times this year. Just cuz. Do we want to rip the Band-Aid off and just repeat?
Yeah, I don't. To me, it's
308,
not
do
really a
it.
band-aid. I don't. Look, we talked about it for so long. There were points where I thought there was a good chance it was going to happen. Maybe a lot of that's due to the false reports on Twitter that seem to happen every day.
Yeah.
But the longer and longer it stretched out, it kind of seemed clear to me, at
He
least.
wanted
I'm
to be a Met.
assuming to you guys, yeah, he wanted to be a Met. Um, Good for him, I guess. He didn't get the
Yeah.
money, but
It's this
Yeah.
weird feeling where once he signed the deal with the Mets, I'm like, you know what? I really didn't like Pete anyways. Like he's a great
It
player and he would have been
dude,
great in
it's
this lineup, but
it
I
I don't really
definitely
like Pete.
if we get Pete, it pigeonholed a lot of the lineup.
Oh, it was not a great
Like
idea,
lineup wise,
but it was
it
fun.
yeah.
it's the same. I
It's
spent
MLB
what
the
10
show.
minutes talking up Alex Bregman. I hate Alex Bregman.
Yeah.
But I just
I,
want this team to be better this year. That's all I'm
uh-huh.
concerned with. Like, I don't like Pete. I said that
No.
early in the offseason that I didn't want
Yeah.
him because he's so fucking goofy
He's
and
just
stupid to
so weird.
watch. Like,
But it wasn't until he re-signed with the Mets that I'm like, yeah, he's still a weird guy. I kind of forgot about that. I was
yeah.
blinded for a minute there.
Oh, I was in the same boat, 100%. And that's what
Yeah.
I feel the same way with Bregman. I think
Yeah.
Bregman,
Oh, I
but
don't want Brett.
if he
Those
comes here
blinders
on
haven't hit
a
me yet.
if he comes here on a short-term deal, I think it's a good move for the team.
Yeah. Sure. I can't get those blinders to cover my eyes
No.
yet. The Pete one's just day one, just like, woof. He's a normal dude. Yeah,
Oh, I
no.
never thought that. I just like pushed that to the side.
That's in the back of my brain somewhere. I forgot that he's like the strangest guy in baseball.
Also, we
But
were talking about playing Vlad at third for an entire season. That would have not gone well. Like, we can make the jokes about it all we want. Like, maybe he'd be serviceable, but it like
look,
is
man,
not going to be good.
if Vlad going to third is the move that pushes this extension over the edge, and you're like, hey man, look, we can't give you 475, but we'll give you 450 and you can play third base every day. And that's the thing that pushes it. I let him play third base for
Sure, but I
162.
don't
I don't
think
give a
that's what
shit.
it is.
No, but if
I don't
that's the
think that's
thing,
what it
do
is.
it. I'll
Yeah.
watch 200 games of Vlad at third every year if I have to. Just if
What's he
that's the
taking the
move.
shuttle back and forth to
Yeah.
AAA like midway
He's
through
going to play a
the
few games
day?
for Buffalo. Why not? Why not? Couple inter squad
Uh,
games.
yeah.
Oh god.
No, I'm in the same boat, 100%.
That is what it is with Pete. I mean, do
It,
you think he doesn't opt out? Do you think there's a world where he doesn't opt out after that first year?
Where he doesn't? Yes, if he sucks.
yeah, and I think there's a chance he doesn't have another good year. Like his profile also does better. Like I don't love it.
It ages
Yeah.
worse than Santander, maybe.
Isn't he like 30? 31? 30?
I'm not
Somewhere in
sure.
that realm?
Google's Pete Alonso, 30,
Yeah.
a fresh 30. So
I don't know. You kind of have to opt out. It's just like try and get a longer deal next time. Like even if it's for less AAV, like you go
Yeah.
get a 6-year deal at like 15 to 20.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know.
think that's probably I
Even
don't think
like
it's
even if he's
guaranteed,
bad.
but yeah,
No.
it depends what he does.
Yeah.
You guys have anything else on Pete?
No.
nah, fuck off, Pete.
Well, Tommy Pham is continuing his full-on like mercenary
World
status.
tour?
Like
God.
he is just a gun for hire.
I mean, let's
Yep.
be honest. He got signed to Pittsburgh. He's not going to stay in Pittsburgh all year.
No.
Well, that's what I mean.
Well, maybe they're dumb.
He's going to one team and getting traded at the deadline to another.
Is
Oh.
Tommy Pham the guy that pushes Pittsburgh over the edge?
Nope.
No, because they just
He
replaced
could be if they had like three other
other
guys.
things. Like
If they had a semblance of a
we
team.
brought it up when your big trade acquisition is a guy that apparently you knew had problems or issues with his wrist before getting him, and you were like, "Nah, it's still fine. We'll get him." And then, he's out for 6 to 8
Put
weeks.
put some respect on Brett DeGoose. Because they also picked up Brett DeGoose.
Dude, they're the Blue Jays. They're like
Yeah, they're-
half
Forgot about
chicken.
DeGoose.
We've been over
Yeah.
this. They have DeGoose. They have Rowdy.
They got Vogel
Mhm.
Snack. No,
They
they
got
don't have
Vogel
Rowdy.
Snack now.
No, he's their hitting.
As their
They don't
They
have
don't have
Rowdy.
Rowdy.
Oh, they don't
They
have
have
Rowdy? Where the fuck
Tim
is
Mesa.
Rowdy?
Nowhere. They cut
No, they
Rowdy right
disappeared.
before he
Oh,
hit
that's
the
right.
Right. They
bonus.
they didn't want to give him a bonus. They got Tim
Mogul
Meza.
Snack is their new like hitting coordinator or something.
Yep. Uh,
Yeah.
he's basically just Kevin Kiermaier, but on the hitting side of things.
Oh, IKF.
IKF, that was the other one. Thank you.
How do we forget IKF?
He's a pretty forgettable guy.
Pittsburgh. So that's easy.
The amount of people
Good.
we've had just go there, like
Oh yeah.
Snyder, Anthony Alford.
Oh yeah.
Didn't
Um,
Dwight Smith Jr. go there for a little bit?
he
I
went to
think so.
Baltimore too,
I know
didn't
he
he?
went to
Who
Baltimore,
was
but
Palacios?
Palacios, thank you.
I
Yeah.
already- yeah, you said Travis Snyder, right?
Yeah.
Travis Snyder.
Did Adam Lynn go to Pittsburgh?
That sounds
No.
right.
No, he went to Washington.
Did Roy Halladay go to Pittsburgh?
That's right.
No.
AJ Burnett.
Went to Pennsylvania. It's the same thing. AJ Burnett, I think.
He went to Pennsylvania. Is crazy.
He went to New York and then either got traded or signed with Pittsburgh, yes.
He came from. Where did he come from?
Miami.
Was it straight from Miami to here?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the case. I don't know. Pittsburgh's where the Jays go to die. We've been over that many times. Connor, unfortunate news. We didn't sign Yoan Moncada. Even more unfortunate news. You have to watch him as a Los Angeles Angel.
Fortunate news, he is their starting third
He's
baseman.
their starting third
Yeah,
baseman.
well, until he gets hurt in a month.
No,
But
shut up.
Rendon's missing extended period of time.
Good.
Yeah, because he got surgery on his hip or something. But
I-
also,
I heard this on FT yesterday.
what did you
Uh-huh.
hear?
What?
What did you hear?
Oh, I thought you guys. I couldn't figure what you were laughing about.
I was just laughing at Rendon, man.
Did you guys want to take a guess at how many major league guaranteed deals Yoan Moncada got other than the Angels one?
None, probably.
None, and they gave him $5 million.
Oh, the fucking Angels, man. Nobody's bad like the Angels. I'm telling you. This team
Hey,
does
dude,
great
That's
things.
insane.
if you took this Angels team and put them in 2019, they'd be fucking World Series champions. You have Tim
Who's on this
Anderson,
team?
who in 2019
Okay.
hit 335, Mike
Mm.
Trout,
Mm.
Jorge Soler, who almost hit 50,
Rendon.
Rendon, who had
Rendon,
319,
MVP
34 home
candidate
runs.
at the time.
Yoan
Moncada.
Moncada, who batted 315 and had 25 home runs. They have Travis d'Arnaud now too. Like-
Yeah, but the rotation would not have done well. Is it Zach Neto that's there?
He's shortstop.
That's a
He was
that's
there
a
though,
roast.
right?
Yep.
In 2019,
He was like 11 years old in 2019, I'm pretty sure.
Same with Shanwell.
Yeah. So
in Renfo. Like,
that
hey
organization's
man, who
fucking
knew that
terrible.
I would get to watch Yoan Moncada and Tim Anderson on the same team again. in
Was you said
2025.
good in 2019?
Oh fuck, I forgot.
No, I don't even think he was over here yet. Was he? Or is he in
I think he's-
Seattle already?
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we got him in
2.
2021.
We got him in 22. 22 was the first year for you.
Oh yeah, it was 3 years. I'm thinking about that wrong. Yeah.
So he was definitely on in here in the States.
Okay,
Definitely in Seattle. That might have been his good year.
maybe. No, he was an all-star the year before he came to us.
Was he? Oh yeah, that's right.
There was
He
another good
great.
year.
He was great in the first half, but he was terrible in the second half of that year.
He was.
San Diego
I saw a tweet.
Padres- Oh, go ahead.
I saw a tweet where fucking Jared Carrabis tweets every year. It's like once the Super Bowl's over into its baseball season, and someone quote tweeted it and goes, "This is just horrible news for Anthony Rendon."
I saw that
I
one.
mean,
It's true.
not wrong.
It's just awful.
And then it came out like the next day after that he's getting was it hip surgery or something? Like
Yusei came over in 2019. He had a 5.46 in his first year.
I think we just kind of fly through the rest of these here.
yeah,
Sure.
the San Diego Padres said, "Hey, Jerks and Profar, we'll replace you with Connor Joe and platoon of Connor Joe and Jason Hayward."
Shout out Connor Joe, the man with 2 first names.
Ugh,
This one's interesting. Jansen to the Angels
of course.
today or
Shout
yesterday. I
out the
think.
Angels.
Of course, the Angels.
Because the Angels still think they're relevant. Again, 2019, Kenley Jansen would have been great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you, they were talking about it on Foul Territory today. Or I listened to it today. It was probably yesterday. Do you think he probably got deals offers elsewhere, but the Angels said, "Oh, you can close," and he is just worried about his Hall of Fame legacy?
Probably.
I can see it.
Because he is.
However, how many saves are you getting in with the Angels right now?
I don't know.
22.
How far off is he?
Like
It's
I
interesting.
don't.
I wonder if that actually happened.
It's, I could see it.
He's 53 saves off of 500.
He's not getting 53 saves in LA.
No, but he's
Sorry,
got
Brad.
another year there. He could do average just over 25, and he's
Yeah.
Yeah, 25.
Wasn't he bad last year? Like
I don't
not
think so.
bad,
He had
but
a
not
3.29.
I think he was shaky, but
Okay.
like converted saves.
okay.
He had 27 saves. It's not showing me how many saves he blew, but
Just keep going here. Barlow to Cincinnati.
Cool.
since he doing things,
LA is bringing back Kershaw and Kike.
water is wet.
hmm
They're waiting on Kershaw until they can sign him and put him directly on the 60-day rather than having to worry about anything else. AAA Taylor is a White Sox.
Of course he is.
It's a nice little pickup for them.
Did you hear what the GM said?
No.
We're gonna win more games this year. I would fucking
I
hope
fucking
so.
hope so.
You were the worst team in MLB history. I hope you win more games.
Way to set that bar high.
Your bar is what, 42 wins? Is the bar?
My hot take for I'll give you a little preview here.
Are you
is
saying that they're winning less
They're
games?
gonna get
than they did
worse?
last year?
No, I'm saying they're not going to finish last in Major League Baseball.
What? Oh,
Oh,
in Major League Baseball.
I was
Okay.
gonna
I
say,
thought you were
what
gonna
the
say in
fuck
that
do you have?
division.
Who did
No.
you have the Twins being the worst in the division? Like, what are you
No.
doing?
Maybe we just let him. So we'll just sit on that one until the actual hot takes thing, because I'm super intrigued as to who the fuck you'd put below them.
I know. That's why I just left it there. I'm
That's
not
It's like
nice
there's
one.
only a few options. There's like Rockies.
There's
and
two.
Marlins.
There's
Rockies
two
and Marlins.
options.
It's Rockies and Marlins. So who do you like?
Hmm.
We'll get
Alright.
there. We'll get
I-
there.
Don't sleep on the Angels, man. Don't sleep on the Angels.
I think they're bad. They're not White Sox.
Don't
They're
sleep
not
on the
that
Angels.
bad.
They'll
They're
find a
not
way.
White Sox bad, man.
They'll find a
They're
way.
not White Sox minus crochet bad.
Never sleep on the Angels.
France to Minnesota. That's the last
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, Minnie did something.
I totally forgot Ty France existed. That's kind of
Yeah,
neat.
because he got DFA'd by
Seattle.
Seattle.
I would have taken a flyer on
Then he
him
went to Cincy
on like a
but
minor league deal.
He can't play anything other than first.
Did he get a
Yeah.
minor league deal?
DH.
He got a minor league deal and makes $1 million if he makes the team. So
Okay.
I
Well,
would have
hey,
done that.
he could have played first, and we could have moved Vlad to third.
oh my god, if Ty France is the reason that Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is playing third base, shoot me now. Like
Is
in
he-
the year 2025.
Was he average defensively? I don't even know.
He's
I
not
don't-
good anymore, man. He had a
Yeah,
good
whatever.
year.
Those
Let him
couple
cook.
years though, maybe it was 1 year. Like he was
God.
Yeah,
really good.
it was
Was
there.
it after 2022? Some people were saying Ty France was better than Vlad, and I was just like, "What are you?
Yeah, that's
fucking-
fucked.
What are you doing?"
Hey, we could get back there. It's never too late.
You cling on to that like I cling on to Kevin Biggio's success. All right, you do that.
Let's bring him back. Let's
Do
bring
we-
Cav back too.
He's on the
do we
Royals.
want to talk about the jailbirds here?
Dude.
Jailbirds is perfect.
Jailbirds is orange is the new black apparently for the.
Oh,
Orioles. I mean they've done
yuck.
it so apparently the Orioles are bringing back all orange. It's gonna look bad.
It does
Already
look
looks bad.
It looked like the rendering they have is bad. Like
It looks like a jail uniform. I don't say good things about the Orioles on a good day, and I have nothing good to say here.
horrifying. Like,
See, like I could care less about the Orioles.
Mm-hmm.
We've gone over this, but like these are just not
Bad.
good.
Bad. I'm happy it's the Orioles.
yeah.
I mean, I will say power to them, I guess, for kind of changing things up a little
Trying
bit.
something.
Yeah. Hey, you never know. Maybe they look okay, but
Is it this year that they're bringing the wall in, or is that next year?
I think it's this year.
Okay. So, I don't know. They're trying things. It's
Trying two things.
good for them. Good for them. Well, they're trying lots of things because they just got rid of Santander to pick up 9 outfielders to replace him.
Fair.
And
It
have
is what it
5
is.
waiting in the wings in the minors.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But they kept trying the same thing. They got the same guy in the draft 42 times. They cloned him. Whatever. I think this could go as like the bigger piece of news of this week. Ipe got sentenced. Was it 48 months?
57.
57. I was close.
Just under 5 years.
Just under 5 years.
He also has to pay back Otani for everything he stole. Or
That's
like,
gonna
no,
be
no, sorry, not all of
incredible.
it. $17
Yeah.
million.
Yep, 17
That's-
million.
He's also not a U.S. citizen, so he's going to get deported.
I'm very intrigued as to see how ePay is gonna come up with $17 million.
I somebody brought up like eBay would do a lot better in America,
Mm-hmm.
where like it's just bigger, doesn't know don't know who you are, but like
Mm-hmm.
you go back to Japan as the guy who fucked Shohei,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's bad.
It's
Bartman bad.
Yeah.
someone on the comment under the eBay thing is terribly stereotypical and a little racist. Someone goes, Buddy's gonna have to play Squid Game.
That's bad.
That's
That's
bad.
not
That's
good.
really bad.
Hey, he got a 5-year deal before Bregman. That wasn't mine. I also saw it on Twitter.
There's also a bunch where it's like he's
He
trying to
got a-
defer his prison sentence.
Yeah.
He got a longer deal than Pete. So dumb.
What an idiot, man.
So
What an
dumb.
idiot. We did the
Your
Horowitz
best
thing.
friend was basically a billionaire cash cow, and you said, "Nah, I'm gonna impersonate."
All you
him
had to
and get
do is
money."
just not steal from him.
All
The
you do is
gambling
not
thing, whatever. Who
theft.
fucking cares? But if you didn't steal from Shohei,
Right. Just dude, if
No
you
problem.
had gambling debts, that's one thing.
That's fine.
You're stealing from the
Yeah.
biggest player in the sport
Fucking idiot.
who's worth probably over $1 billion.
Idiot.
Uh,
What happened to Alex Cobb? That's the only thing we have left on.
he got injured, and so he's the Tiger. I was gonna say the Tigers' big fucking signing, but I forgot they signed Jack Flaherty.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's too bad for them because I want them to be good this year.
yeah. So he won't be ready for opening day. So
That sucks.
sucks for him. But
Is that it for
you know what else sucks for the
news?
Tigers? Javi Baez is gonna be back.
It's the reverse of the injury news? The bad news is he's playing this year.
He's playing because you paid him
How
too
many
much
years are left on
money.
that deal?
That's a great question. I'm gonna look this up.
A lot.
3?
It's at least
More than they want, I can tell you that much.
They don't
because
want any.
He signed it after 21. So
I think it was a 7-year deal.
let's
Such a
see.
shame.
Look.
Remember when he was great?
Because there was an opt out. There was an opt out in there, but he couldn't. Would he decline the opt out?
Yeah, no shit.
There's still 3 more years, including. Oh well, after this one, after the 2020, there's 2 more at 25 million.
So it's 3.
Yeah,
That's insane.
3 years. And
Tough, man.
there's bonuses. I didn't even notice. There's a $2 million MVP bonus.
If he doesn't swing at a ball outside of the strike zone, is there a bonus?
No, there's also a
There's a
$250,000
$15 million bonus.
If
if
he
he
wins
doesn't
the
get
Hank Aaron
highlighted.
Award, he gets $250,000.
Good, good. There's got to be some sort of bonus for him not swinging at pitches 8 feet out of the zone. There's got to be one.
They should just add it.
I'd add it.
Okay, I think we're
$100 for every pitch that is 8 feet out of the zone that you don't swing at.
He ends up owing that money. Is that it? Anything else news-wise?
No, I think we're good.
All right. Nate came up with a draft idea.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting.
Nate, you're gonna have to explain it again because
A little bit. I kind of got it. I think
I
we're
got
basically
it
putting
now.
together the perfect baseball day. It's kind of how
Perfect
we're-
baseball game,
perfect baseball game.
essentially. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to pick a stadium. Can be current or retro, whatever we want to do. A team that's playing doesn't have to be their home stadium. It can just be any team, any active team, obviously. An active player that is not on that team to play in that game. Month of the year you want to do. A baseball personality that you sit with that's not an active player. And then your go-to baseball ballpark food. No order. We're just gonna like randomly-
Personality we said could
draft.
be alive or dead, right?
Yes.
yes,
Player has to be active.
that's where you get the
Month of the year we said March and April are the same thing.
Yeah.
And we're
Not spring
taking-
training,
not spring training.
but
Not spring
like
training.
opening day being
Yeah.
March 29th.
Okay. I gotta put together this list because my laptop, when I do things on it, it just shuts down completely and Zoom goes nuts.
I have
So
I have the table up. We just have to get the order of.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Sorry. And Nate. Randomize. Nate Connor me.
Is it really in the same order as the? Yeah, I didn't have to change shit.
Nice.
Okay, I'm taking personality I want to sit with first. 1-1 here.
1-1 Livvy Dunn?
No, Barry Bonds.
Oh, come on.
No, I want to watch a game with Barry. Come on.
All right. Okay.
Not picking Livvy Dunn 1-1 is just crazy. Just crazy, man. Player has to be active. Did we mention that? Sorry.
Yes,
Yes.
player has to be active and can't be obviously on the same team as the team that we pick.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? Month. I'm gonna get it out of the way. I'm gonna take October.
That's not bad. I honestly didn't even really consider October. I don't know why. It's the right answer, but I didn't consider it.
Yeah, I think that's the right pick there.
I'm gonna go player, and I know it's the wrong answer,
Swear to God.
but I want Paul Skeens.
No, I think that's a good answer.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
not bad.
I don't think it's the number one answer for that section, but I don't know if it was going to
Grant,
come back
do
around.
you
to me.
realize after that pick you have one other? You now have like keyholed yourself into you have to take the other part of that pick, right? You
2-1 Livvy Dunn?
2-1 Livvy Dunn.
Fuck it. Give me Livvy Dunn.
Livvy Dunn. I don't know how to spell her name.
I don't need that.
1-1 Livvy Dunn is going to be the name of this episode.
Uh,
All right. I don't need to take a personality. All right, that's good. Stadium.
Mhm.
You know what? Okay, when we say stadium, are we taking fans, like their fans, into account?
Sure.
Okay, if that's the case, give me Citizens Bank Park.
Really?
Philly. Give me Philly. Philly in October.
See, as soon as you said, "Are we taking fans into account?" I knew you were going Philly.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying
That
this 'cause of
also
Jersey.
eliminated Yankee Stadium.
Oh yeah, fully
those
eliminated
people.
Yankee Stadium. But I get a playoff game in Philly.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, I like that.
I'm torn where I want to go here. Um, do. I was thinking of taking Bryce as my player, but I'm just gonna take the Phillies as my team so that I can watch Bryce anyways.
Okay.
And player, I think I'm just gonna go Shohei because I'm not gonna
That
leave him
was
out
the
there
number
for
one
that
answer for
long.
that one. Yeah.
Give me Shohei on the bump, pitching and hitting. Let's go.
Yeah, that was the right pick for player, but I'm Paul Skeens is electric.
Honestly, I would have gone Skeens over him
again,
Yeah?
if he was there.
I'm slightly a little dumb here. When we're taking the player, are we putting them on the team?
No,
Okay, it's
No,
just,
I guess they're
okay.
just playing. Well, I don't know.
player playing for the
There's
other
not a
team.
lot of logic
Okay.
to this, Connor.
No,
it's
not
it's all
logical.
kind of
No,
going
I'm
together.
aware. I'm aware. I'm sorry. I
We're
was
just
trying
having
to.
fun.
We've gotten some fun here. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna take the Dodgers as my team. Like.
Go.
So.
Good call.
It's,
I did not know if this was going to fall to me here. I'm going GLIZZYS with my food.
there's no way.
I'll take
The
my
wiener totter.
Oh, hell yeah. As if I'm going to let that fall any further. I mean, you could write hot dog, but that's
no.
okay.
I'm writing glizzy. Your words, not mine. You said glizzy.
I thought that was an easy one. That's the 1-1 of food, right? Like,
Ballpark
if we're
food,
being
maybe,
honest.
I guess.
Okay, wait. Are we just going basic food or are we doing like any specialty stuff?
I mean,
I maybe
but we have to, that involves thinking.
Okay.
So
nothing like me and Livvy gobbling GLIZZYs. Can't be.
Okay.
fucking clip that out.
Okay.
Clip that out, sir. That's it.
It's a
sound bite.
month. I'm gonna go September, I think.
Okay, September is like
Because September baseball isn't quite October.
you get
It's just not cold yet, and it's still electric.
It's also you could get potentially either like you see a bunch of young players, or it's hey, we're in the middle of a
Yeah,
playoff
you
hunt.
could be
Mhm.
last year's Toronto Blue Jays
You
in
could be last
September.
year's Toronto Blue Jays or 2021
Yeah.
Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm in this scenario, I'm assuming both teams are good. I'm hoping both teams are good. This is my like if I'm picking like a perfect game of baseball, both teams are good.
Fair, fair.
Okay. Oh, hmm. Hmm. Shit. Okay, so I'm the Dodgers. I'm at Citizens Bank Park in October. Still a player on the other team.
Dodgers are playing.
The Dodgers are playing in Citizens Bank Park. It's fucking. Um. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna do the opposite of Nate. I'm doing the flip with Nate. I'm taking Bryce Harper.
Ooh.
Oh,
Postseason Bryce Harper.
Yeah. So you
fair.
actually got a player that plays at Citizens Bank.
Yeah,
Damn.
and
Interesting.
who's arguably one of the best postseason hitters ever. Like,
Okay, I want to see this Phillies lineup bang, and I want to see Shohei bang.
God,
So we're going to Polo Grounds.
oh my god. Oh my god, you're despicable. I was like, oh, you're gonna pick like Coors or something. Like,
Nope.
you
Nope.
fucking
Oh,
We're
Coors
flipping it
Field before
125 to left.
before the
Coors Field
humidor.
before they started like putting the balls in the humidifier or whatever they do
The
now.
humidor, yeah.
Humidor, yeah. Okay. I have an idea for my food. You guys can nix it if you want.
Okay.
But I want like specifically Camden
Mhm.
Yards barbecue that's just outside, like it's inside the stadium, but on the in the right
I
field
mean,
outfield wall.
barbecue
I
isn't like
think you
a
could just take barbecue is probably a cleaner.
yeah, barbecue is like an easier.
Like a barbecue sandwich.
Sure.
Nothing like that.
I didn't
Nothing like
try
that.
that there, so I
Nothing
don't
like
know.
that. Good old
And that
Polo
was
Grounds
like
barbecue.
no,
Years
no, no.
ago.
I'm saying
I know.
it's
I know. I know.
Camden.
I know.
Um,
It's just like
No, that was one of my favorite parts. The food
they
there was
have
so good.
a fucking crab something. So no lobster roll. I don't know. They have either crab or
it was just
lobster on a
lobster. It was a
sandwich.
lobster roll.
It was so fucking good.
Because it's Maryland.
Oh,
I'm not a
so
seafood
good.
fan, but you
No, I
enjoyed
know,
it.
but this is so good. So good. Connor, where you at here, man?
I have food and personality left. So you know,
We went very different ways in our personalities here, Brent.
Barry Bonds. I gotta be the bridge between Barry Bonds and Livvy Dunn.
We really set him up here. I'm trying to
Like,
figure
Not
it out.
necessarily.
I
Not
have-
necessarily. You could make Barry the bridge here if you wanted. Like you could
Really?
go even
You could go
older.
way more.
um, oh god,
Having the option to have a dead person and none of us taking a dead person would be crazy, right?
I don't think
Yes.
I'm gonna take a dead
Okay.
person.
Okay.
I don't think I'm taking it.
That's
You know what? I don't think this person inherently is like big giant personality. I
okay.
think this is more so just who the hell would I want to talk to
Hmm?
about at a baseball game? Ken Griffey Jr.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Is he taking pictures or is he just hanging out?
Who's gritty?
Ken Gritty Jr.
Oh yeah. All right, Brent. It would be a
All right.
shame if there was nothing Blue Jays related taken in this entire draft.
Oh,
Brant is Mr. Blue Jays.
come on now. You know I'm not getting out of here without it. I'm not going to take the Rogers Center.
I
I'm
was
going
about
to
to
take
say,
Oracle.
Rogers.
No, I'm taking Oracle because it's beautiful. I love it. I debated taking PNC just for this to make sense, but I don't want my list to make sense. I'm going the Jays, obviously.
Yeah, fucking typed it in.
Come on now.
Ooh. Wait. Am I? This might be a cheat.
Hmm?
And you guys can nix it if you want.
Mm.
Can I take dugout deals?
Not the whole thing.
Okay, all right.
No, 'cause Wieners.
I was just
Offense are
asking.
part of that.
I was
Yeah.
just asking. Hold up.
When you get your food, I have a question, but you have to lock in your food first.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bring a little Blue Jays. I'm gonna take poutine.
Interesting.
I'm gonna take poutine.
Interesting.
It was
No
between
peanuts,
poutine-
no Cracker Jacks.
No, I thought
No
about
sunflower seeds.
I thought about going full Philly and just getting the cheesesteak.
Okay,
I also thought of that.
We've locked in poutine. Would beer have counted in the food section?
I thought about doing it
Yeah, I
and
thought about beer,
didn't
but
want
like,
to.
Okay.
so
I wanted an actual food. I would have
Nate,
let you do it.
the final pick, Nate,
Um,
you have a month.
month. I'm torn between uh April and like June, July. Um, I think there's something special about opening day, so I'm going April.
Okay.
Going March, April.
Yeah.
All right. So just to round out again, Nate has the polo. Nate's ideal day or perfect day, as we're calling it, is a game between the Phillies
And Shohei Ohtani.
and Shohei Ohtani at Polo Grounds on opening day, hanging out with Barry Bonds and having a barbecue sandwich.
Love it.
That sounds pretty fucking good.
I
That's pretty
love it.
fucking cool. Like, so my ideal day is the Dodgers playing against Bryce Harper in Citizens Bank Park in the month of October, hanging out with Ken Griffey Jr. eating some poutine.
I don't know if I trust that poutine in Philly, bro.
It's cheese whiz instead of curds.
The fucking
Cheese whiz
poutine's
and
just flipping
gravy
you off from
doesn't
Cheese whiz
sound
and
good.
gravy. Like, and Brant's ideal day is a game. I just read this.
I went off the rails so quick.
Dude,
Is the Blue Jays
you
again
picked the
against?
Jays not getting any hits.
Yeah, you have the
You know,
Blue
This
Jays
is your
against.
ideal day.
You have the Blue Jays against. Also, I'll get to this. Brant's a traitor in this.
Biggest fucking park in the goddamn
You have
thing,
the
too.
Blue Jays against Paul Skeens at Oracle
Mhm.
Park in the month
Mhm.
of September, hanging out with Pittsburgh Pirates fan Livvy Dunn, eating the glizzy.
Wheeling Livvy Dunn.
Wheeling
Watching
Livvy
her
Dunn
boyfriend bitch.
while Paul
is
Skeens
wild.
bitching.
He carves up the Blue
Seeing who
Jays.
can gobble the most glizzies.
Yeah, by the end of the game, Livvy Dunn's wearing a Jays jersey.
We're lighting up Paul Skeens in front of Livvy Dunn. We're flipping her
I love
over
how, like,
with the loony dogs at
just
Oracle Park.
after looking at this as a whole, Nate's is
Yeah.
like, okay, this is semi
Nate's makes sense.
other than Polo Grounds, because that's
Sure.
like, what the fuck? Mine
Yeah,
is
but
This
I
falls
mean,
off at the
offense.
end. The
mine falls
poutine
off
thing is
with,
odd.
with poutine, and then Brant's
Mine's
is just, what
fucking-
the fuck is happening here?
Mine's in McCovey
Yeah, but
Cove,
that was the
dude.
point. It didn't have to make sense. It
Yours
didn't
is
have
in
to make
McCovey
sense.
Cove.
It's all over the place, but I'm all in. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
that's the perfect baseball day draft.
Perfect. I like this one a lot.
That
I'm
was
not gonna
fun.
lie, Nate.
That was great.
Hey, I thought it'd be fun.
It was good, man.
I think we should just interview people from here on out and make them do this every time.
Oh my god.
This is just gonna be our.
It'd be unreal.
thing.
If we ever do interview someone, they have
Yeah.
to do this.
We probably
Yeah.
we'll talk about this after off pod.
Yeah.
We probably could get some interviews.
I think we should maybe start because I want to see other people do this. I want to
Yeah.
know how many people are hanging out with me and Livvy Dunn in fucking San Francisco.
In McCovey, you and Livvy Dunn on a canoe in McCovey Cove. Like,
Little
Oh
two
yeah, we
person
should have picked
kayak.
where are you sitting? Where are you sitting?
where you sitting, man?
Well, probably not McCovey Cove. That's not great. Maybe on the
have-
wall,
you
like we're just
just have a little
hanging out
fucking-
on that wall.
What do you
near
mean? You and
McCovey
Livy
Cove?
can just look at a little iPad monitor on the.
Well, I want to watch the game. I want to see Paul Skeens get lit up.
Okay, but like that's a once in a lifetime opportunity. You're never gonna go to San Francisco and sit out there.
Yeah, you're right. But I could. Do you have? You don't have to pay to go like take a kayak to.
I don't think you have to get a kayak. You have to pay for the kayak.
You're right. I don't really have a kayak in San Francisco. That's a good point. Well, I could make it happen.
No, you couldn't. Shut up.
I think we should totally like get random people to do this.
Yeah.
No, I'm in. I'm so
For
in.
sure.
So just if you're listening and you feel like being on the show at some point and you want to be interviewed, we have an assignment for you. So get thinking.
Yes. And just we're gonna say this now. It is currently 6:24 East Coast. If Vladimir Guerrero Jr. signs
We'll
at
be
any
back.
point after this, we will be back.
We'll
Unless
be
it's
back.
like 2 days from now.
Yeah.
I think we'll still be back if it's 2 days from now. Come on.
We'll be back whenever it is. I think
Whenever it
it's
is.
the
We'll
one
be-
piece
honestly-
of information that I may do an emergency podcast.
We would have done okay.
Yeah.
What's the
It could
this
be
is like
three
the-
of us on our phones in completely ridiculous
Oh, God.
locations, but
Yeah,
it'd be
I
the
would-
emergency podcast.
I think that's what it's gonna be.
It's me from class.
Yep.
Me from a lecture and
Oh yeah. Yes. I'm gonna be like on the ice or something.
just. So yeah, it's really sick that Vlad is here. Like, just fucking...
Love this.
All right, fellas.
All right, gentlemen.
All right.
That was pretty cool. We will catch you either next week or in the next 20 minutes, depending on how this goes.
Baseball is back.
Yes. Oh my God. Pitchers and catchers report.
Pitchers and catchers report.
How are we?
Tomorrow? Today?
Some teams have already reported, so I know that.
Did you guys see Yusei deadlifting 605 pounds?
Okay, we're not going to get into U62
No.
Yeah.
regimen.
It was on his Instagram story. That got me so hyped for baseball. I don't know why. Guy just fucking
You say your friends.
yeah, it just
That
unbelievable.
doesn't get me hyped for baseball at all. That makes me feel like
It did.
baseball's far away.
Right.
it
It's like
Seeing guys
like
working
Ben,
out.
was
Not
like he's
guys
in the
throwing.
Angels training facility with all the
Okay.
Angels gear and all that stuff. And I'm
it's like Ben
oh,
Simmons shooting.
we're
threes
so
in the
back.
summer.
Yeah, we're so back.
Yep.
All right. Catch you next week. Cheers.